Hello and welcome back to Tech Talk with Michelle and Christa. This is the first episode in season 8. It's also the first episode of the 2026-2027 school year. Glad to have everybody back.
We thought we would start off with talking about EdPuzzle alternatives. As you're probably aware, the district decided to not renew our EdPuzzle premium subscription. And you've probably heard about some possible alternatives out there. The tricky part is finding an alternative that actually does what EdPuzzle does. And so we're going to show you a couple of alternatives today that we hope will make your transition from the premium subscription to some other ideas.
And just a side note, we're going to show you 2 alternatives that actually let you embed and use the video. So Magic School will let you create questions, and some of the other AI things will let you create questions, but it won't let them actually have it right alongside and embed it with the video. So the 2 alternatives we're going to show you are very similar to EdPuzzle in terms of that the video is there with you.
Keep in mind with EdPuzzle, you are able to access the first 20 videos that you've created, and those videos are in chronological order. So you don't really get to pick and choose which ones you get to keep. So they're not all gone, but if you are a heavy EdPuzzle user, the alternatives we're going to show you are probably what you're looking for. Christa, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Okay, the alternative I'm going to show you for EdPuzzle is in Google Classroom. So in Google Classroom, you'll go to your homepage and then go to the left-hand side here and you'll go to Resources. Once you're in Resources, you're going to come here to the New Video Activity and you're going to hit the plus. And you can either search your YouTube video or paste in your YouTube video here. If you have made a screencast or used a Loom, as long as you upload that to YouTube, then you can do the same thing. So if you want to do this with one of your own that you've made, just make sure you upload it to YouTube. So I'm just going to paste in a link here and use a cell respiration video just for the sake of an example. Once I see that it's the video I want, it even gives you some suggested questions, or you can put your own. But once I hit add questions, you'll see that the suggested questions do come in. And again, for sake of time, I'm not going to go through and check all of them, but you could. And if maybe you don't want only multiple choice, I just want to show that you can add a checkbox question or an open-ended, and you can add them just like an EdPuzzle anywhere you want within the video. So you would just hit add multiple choice, and then you can go in the video to where you would like to add that question. So again, you can add multiple choice, checkbox, or open-end. And then that will operate a lot like EdPuzzle. One thing I do want to show is that if you hit the start flag on the video, you can give a note or instructional text to the students. But even cooler, I think, is that you can choose your start time and end time. So let's just say I really only want to see from 30 seconds to the 5-minute 25 mark or something like that. You can set a start time and end time for the video so you don't have to watch all the front and back ends of things you don't want. The other thing I'd like to show is that once you're done, and I'm not going to hit done yet, but once you are done, you can try as a student. So that's kind of nice to see the student view. And when you hit done, and I know this is going to happen, but when I assign it, there's going to be maybe an error. So it'll show you, I kind of did that on purpose. It will show you if you have like a blank or you haven't put the correct answer in. So it'll give you a little alert. So that's kind of nice too. And then I'm going to hit continue. So if you have concerns or if something's not right on your question, it will tell you. Okay, so let's say I have that and I hit done. The other thing is that once you hit done, it does come into your library. So I'm in my resources. So here's my latest rendition of my cellular respiration video activity. And the last thing I'll show you is that when you need to assign it, there's a step that's a little weird. When you go to assign, go to classwork, and you can, assign it, or you can even make it a material, however you want to do it. You actually click the YouTube button. And then it's in my video activities. So there they all are. So they do store just like any other, EdPuzzle or any other video activity creator. So they do store here. It's just a little bit different of where it is when you need to go assign it to the student. So again, it's in the YouTube and video activities. That is one alternative to EdPuzzle that I think will work well. And Michelle, you have another one that you're going to share with us.
I'm going to show you how you can create an EdPuzzle-like video via Wayground. When you select Home, then you'll select Create a Resource, and then you'll select Video. You can upload a video that you have made from Loom or Canva, or you can use a YouTube video. So I'm going to select this. I already have copied my URL from YouTube, so I'm just going to paste that in here. And when I do, the video loads. So this is where you would trim it if you had a 30-minute video but only wanted 5 minutes of it. You would trim that here. So once you have trimmed your video, or in my case, I don't need to trim it, so I'm just going to select Proceed. And Wayground automatically generates this question. This isn't one I necessarily would use, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. And then you have the option to generate questions with AI. So I'm going to select that. And I can go through, let's say I decide I want this question. I can edit it if I want. I can select a different correct answer if I think it needs that. And then I select Save. So the ones that are checked are the ones that I'm actually going to use. I can also add my own question if I want. And just like in Google Classroom, I can add a note to something if I need to do that as well. When I'm all finished, I'm going to select Publish. I'll have to give it a name, a subject, the grade breakdown, decide if I want it visible to the world or just within our district, or just me and the people that I share it with. And you add a cover image, and then you publish it, and then it's ready to run as an activity. Alternatively, I can find ones that are already created and use. So if I go search by a topic, I'll just go ahead and search digital citizenship. And then it's going to gather resources by types of resources. So you can see I have assessments. If I scroll down, there are lessons. And then I get to interactive videos. So I could take a look at this one. And then I can look through here, see the questions. I could copy and edit this, or just use it as is. So Wayground or Google Classroom will be your best alternatives for EdPuzzle this school year.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this first episode of the year. We hope everyone has a great start to the year, and we'll see you soon.
Stay geeky, everyone.